What was that experience like when you decided I'm gonna run for mayor?
Imagine what I experienced running for council. It was 10 times worse running for mayor, right? It's so funny. I was talking to one of the guys earlier. I actually had 2 guys come into my home. I paid them to come out and do personal home self-defense for me, to tell me where I need to stand, if there happens to ever be an invasion of my home, how many guns I should possibly have in my house, and where I should have them strategically placed if I needed to pull them and use them on every single level of my house. I've never even had a gun up until that point.
Wow.
Yeah, it was that deep. It was that serious. And I was so heavy with it because while I was telling everybody, nobody was listening. And it made me as a Black woman just continue to feel that we are the most unprotected group of people out here. Because there is no way that I should be running for public office for a seat that I already held. I've worked in the community, I've done the things, and I'm fighting the way that I'm fighting. And these people are openly doing these things to me.
It wasn't that serious.
It wasn't that serious.
It wasn't that serious.
Not for the city of Garfield Heights. I didn't say I wanted presidency.
That's what I'm saying.
I didn't say I wanted to be a congressperson.
Right.
I said the mayor of Garfield Heights.
Wow.
And so while people like to compare Garfield and Maple had long integrated.
Yes.
Years ago, back in the 90s, the early 2000s, Garfield had not done that. In 2019, I was the first Black woman elected to city council. I was the only woman on council. 2019, that was just what, 6 years ago?
And in the case of Maple, when the incumbent mayor decided that, hey, I want to leave, he left to see, the way he left, he gave a good endorsement to Mayor Blackwell, which gave the community we're about to start changing the way we do business. You're not getting that. You didn't get it like on council, not just you, but nobody was getting that in that. It was strictly the way it is, the way it is. And anybody, matter of fact, I got another story about some folks out there. One of our friends of ours was running for a congressional office, and she had to go out there and talk to a couple of those guys. And she told me that it was funny. She said when she came in the building, it was the council president and another big-time council member there. She came in the building walking in. They saw her.
I was there that day.
And they jumped on the elevator, and they closed the elevator right in her face. And so she said what she did was she said, I ran up the stairs. And when I ran up the stairs, I opened up the elevator, and I was standing right there. And they was like, oh, we didn't see you here. It was like, obviously you see me there. And gave her a whole hard time about it. And one of the comments that they made to her was that they said that the type of stuff she was talking about, they said back in our days, we used to keep that stuff over across the tracks.
Yep.
You see what I mean?
Up the hill.
Up the hill and that kind of. Yeah.
Yep.
So it was some racial, and you said it was 17, right?
17, 19, 21.
See?
We talking all these years back to back. Even today, and I think the most disheartening thing for me was the amount of, if I'm being real honest, this is a podcast, right? The amount of Black folk in the community, and I'm going to be even realer, Black men in the community that turned on me.